Canada Central, I'd like to introduce to you my friend and a person that's been so instrumental in getting things going this year for us, for our Go team. It's the NCME Eswatini National Director for Eswatini, right?
Yes.
And your name is?
I am Marjorie Mavuso. I'm the country director, as already been said by Marg. I started working for the the Eswatini Nazarene Compassionate Ministries in 2024, last year. I'm happy to say that the Compassionate Ministry of Eswatini is functional, and there are quite a number of needs that we have, but we are able to work with the church to reach out to some of the communities around the churches, and also in some places that are not necessarily around the churches. But this time we are very happy to have welcomed the team from Canada to be with us for this time. And maybe Marg can highlight a few things that they have seen, and we found pleasure in working with them.
Mm-hmm. Well, to begin with, Marjorie's has a person that works with her. Her name is Evelyn Shangway, and Evelyn has chosen 5 schools for us to work at this year. We worked at Mliba, Black Mbaluzi, Nzingeni, Sabovu, and where was the last one? Zambukulu. Oh yes, Zambukulu was far, far away. It was at the Mozambique and South Africa borders almost. It was very far. We didn't know if we'd ever find it, actually. But that school...
In fact, they got lost along the way.
That's true, that's true. And we were found, thank you. And that school had a fire in 2018, which their administration building and their library was destroyed. And that, of course, for me, was a heartache. So I'm so grateful that Evelyn and Marjorie decided that that would be a school we'd come to visit this year. But they've already started to recreate and rebuild their library. They still need stuff. They need house, they need roofs on some of the parts of the school. They still need another administration block, but they've promised a library which they've got ready, and I will send pictures of that stuff later to you for to be shown. But what a great experience that has been. Yeah. But not only that, Marjorie, you know, I've shared with you that for years I've been praying that a Go team would be formed here in Eswatini. Maybe I thought they could be part of ours, but they actually, the NYI here in Eswatini is alive and well. Yeah. And they went in 2023 and started to paint a seniors home on close to one of their own churches, the Kayla Church of the Nazarene. But then not only that, what did they do for you this year, Marjorie?
For the Nazarene Compassionate Ministries, they actually painted the whole office inside and out, even scraped the roof and actually painted the roof. And we were amazed at how much young people can go all out to actually express their compassionate beings, to reach out to the needs that are there, and we're very grateful. And when the team came, the Canada team came, the Go team from Canada came, we, together with them, they led us, NCM and also the Canada team, to a church, Nazarene Church of the Nazarene, where an amazing program was rolled out on that day. Very busy people. They painted the church structure with the church, not only allowing us, but them, the young people themselves, made sure that paint was there, and they mobilized the church to paint. And Nazarene is a model church that we, as NCM, we see that they have a vision, and I'm sure the Go team can say a few things about them. But for us, it's one church that we need to model the love of Christ around the church, and also build their capacity to reach out.
Yes.
And meet some of their own needs.
Yes, so that day we actually had 115 youth and young adults painting in that church, and there was a preschool that was being painted as well. So this has been an amazing time for us to be part of. That church has a dream to start a trade skills building there. So they have the facility, they're just waiting now for some of the instruments and tools to be used to perhaps do some welding, plumbing, electricity, maybe hairdressing, and some other aesthetic things for women and men. But also they're planning a maize field.
Yeah.
and that's going to be a real contribution to that church for funding for them as well, right?
Yes, yes. And we were nicely surprised that they are interacting with the leadership of the area, who have graciously given them almost 2 hectares of land. And from there, we think they'll be a bit self-sustaining in terms of whatever they produce there, vegetables, also maize and other crops. They were even thinking of having an orchard around them. So I think the work hasn't started yet, but they've demarcated the place and they're working towards this need for painting. And as the summer is approaching, they will need to till the land and then have seeds and then start planting. And once the first harvest is done, they should be able to continue in a cycle like that and invest with the money that they will have gotten in their first round of planting.
That's right. So what a surprise it was for the Canada Go team to be part of the NYI Eswatini Go team. And they have a motto, it's called Paint the Love of Christ. So that was pretty cool. But there's also a development, you know, I'm a books in hands. Books are my love language. I love books. And I work in a primary school with elementary children, and I'm always trying to encourage them to read. But this year there was a great big development that happened. I have been trying to reach the National Library Association for at least 10 years. And this year, we did it.
We did it!
High five! We got it!
We got it!
Yes, and so we have 5 schools, those 5 schools that I mentioned earlier, on the 4 districts of Eswatini. And Eswala is going to be partnering with NCME to make sure that our schools are going to be the models for the other schools in the rural areas for Eswatini. We are so excited about that. What development that is.
And the schools themselves, they are committed to establishing working libraries and integrating research and reading from the library amongst their students, and even motivating the teachers to be able to use the libraries the way they benefit themselves and also the young learners.
And we've also engaged a high school nearby to help build shelving for our schools. It's just a real community and countrywide project that we're so excited about, and it's going to be monitored over the next 3 years. We've got Eswala, who is the Library Association for Eswatini. They have promised to go in and do teacher training with them and do some development training over the time as well. But not only that, they're going to be working with their families to let them know how important reading is to their children that are attending those schools. And so we can't wait, Marjorie, to see what's going to happen over the next 3 years as those schools.
And we promise that we will be monitoring that and writing little stories around it as we develop. And I'm sure by next year we would have given you a brief of how the development is going.
Yeah.
And not only that, the Go team went out with NCM.
Oh yes.
Yes. We still have the challenge of non-communicable diseases that are affecting people out there, and the sequel of HIV and AIDS. We have a number of people who are out there in the rural areas who need care and who need support in a number of ways, including food. Sometimes you get someone with a non-communicable disease and they have to take medication on empty stomachs. So NCM is trying to mobilize for food, for medication, for other supplies like materials for hygiene materials. And most of the time we find that these people are elderly and they are unable to walk, some are unable to see. So we are working around this to make sure that we are self-sustaining ourselves, because we don't have enough resources, but we are working hard to establish an income generation activity that will feed into ensuring that the needs of these people are met. But we are grateful. Whilst the Go team was around, they brought food parcels, supplies, and other things, and we are very, very grateful, because all that generosity comes from all of you out there.
So thank you, Canada Central District, for investing in the Go Team of 2025. Thank you for making those crochet blankets. Thank you for quilting blankets. Thank you for collecting all the clothing, the pastor's shirts that are going to be dispersed amongst the different districts. Thank you so much for one particular team. She is, I think she's grade 11. Her name is Shakira. She's from the Connect Church of the Nazarene in Ajax. She collected enough books for half of a school library just herself. So thank you, Shakira.
Thank you, Shakira.
Yeah, so I just want to say thank you, Canada Central District, for helping get the Go Team here this year. We couldn't have done it without you, so thank you very much.
We've forgotten one of the containers that had the supplies arrived whilst the team was around here.
That's right.
And it was an exciting moment for all the institutions that received whatever donation came to them. It was the SANU, the Southern African University. It was also NCME. It was also the Raleigh-Finkin Memorial Hospital where we are. And the schools. So we still have supplies that will still have to be shipped to the 4 districts. It will be going as we are rolling out our distribution plan, but we are very, very grateful. This kind of support actually links NCM with the church.
Yes.
Because you find that when we meet their needs, then they realize that we are the bridge between the resources and their needs. And we really want to do that to make sure that we fulfill our health mandate, our education mandate, our the disaster management mandate, and also that social well-being that we have to in terms of our role.
Yeah. So thank you, Marjorie.
Thank you very much.
It's been great having you with me today.
Thank you.
We're actually going to be going out now for the day, just enjoying ourselves.